Welcome to this channel. It's AkwaFx here. So today I said let me take you guys on a trade which I took on gold using my own personal strategy. How I was able to cut 800 pips, taking $100 to $2,100 on a single trade. That is 1:21 RR. You all can also do it. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe. Turn on notification bell for this channel for more tutorial videos to come. I sent this trade as well to my VIP, which is my signal group. Though that yesterday we took two trades, so we lost one and we won one, which is 1:21. Though we don't really trade on Monday. Yes, we don't trade Monday. We trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We don't trade on Fridays. So let's get straight to the chart. Let me show you how we do this step by step. And don't forget, if you want to trade the way I do, you should check the link that will drop on this video to reach me. Let's get straight to the point. On a gold pair, because this trade we took it on gold, so I started my analysis from daily H4. So this is what I got on my daily chart. Let's go to daily. So this is what I got from my daily chart. My daily chart was really bullish for me. My daily chart was bullish. As you can see that the market broke structure. The market broke structure right here to the upside. So my daily chart was bullish. The market broke structure to the upside right here. There was a structure break right there. So my daily chart was bullish. Then I had to step down to my 4-hour chart. I want my 4-hour chart to still give me the same interpretation that the market is still bullish. So when I checked my 4-hour chart, I saw that my 4-hour chart was bullish. So my 4-hour chart was bullish. As you can see, we see a break. We see a high here. There was a high right here. There was a low right here. Then this market gives this high again. It gives us this high again. And what happened? This market comes back and breaks above this high right here. This shows us that this market has changed its direction to the upside. Then I move to my H1. I move down to H1. The reason why I moved down to H1, I want the market to still give me the same interpretation. If the market is still going to be bullish, it is for me to confirm the trend of the market being bullish. So the H1 trend was bullish. As we can see, the market was breaking structure to the upside. Though at this point, this market breaks structure to the downside. Thereby, it was just a grab of liquidity, because we can see that this market started going up again, going up again, going up again. So it was for us to take a bullish trade according to our bigger time frame. But we see that this market breaks structure right here to the downside. But the bigger time frame which we following is still telling us that the market is bullish. So we ignore this bear. We ignore this bear trend that breaks structure to the downside. We did not take it into consideration. That is because our bigger time frame was bullish. Then we move down from this our H1. We move down to our M15. So when we move down to M15, we see that this market, after this pull down that we mark, we see that the market has breaking structure to the upside. After this pull down, you can see this was a low right here. It was a low right here. The market consolidates. The market was consolidating, trying its best to break out. before we know, this market breaks out from this zone. The market breaks out from this zone. At times, you can call it trend line, anyhow you want to call it. So it breaks out of that zone. And secondly, after which the market broke out of that zone, if you check it properly, you will see that there was an imbalance right here. There was an imbalance right here, and then this zone was a perfect zone. But after everything, I've seen this market breaking structure again to the upside. At times, what this gold pair does is it may not retrace back to this zone. So that was the reason I was using this zone for a trade, which you can see right here, because I sent it to my VIP signal group. So I marked that very zone, which is this one, to be first entry. And secondly, my number one reason why I really marked this zone was because I see this very candle here was able to liquidate this one and then move to the upside, thereby breaking this structure right here. It broke this structure right here. Then, and also it left us with a nice imbalance right here. So there is no strategy, no matter the strategy you are using. At times it may not be 100, no strategy is 100%, not at times. There is no strategy that is 100%. But if you have control over your risk to reward, you are okay to go. You can stay longer in this field. You can trade for years. You can manage your fund for years. Now, when you are trying to compare your small account, it won't be easy because it's a small account. But in a long run, if you trade in a long run and with a good risk to reward, you will see that that small capital you are using today, in 3 years' time, it will be something. Maybe you have started trading with $100. In 3 years' time, that $100, whenever you are cashing out today, you may cash out something like maybe $50. But in 3 years interval, when you are cashing out, you'll be cashing out thousands of dollars. So that is the difference, and it's very hard to grow a small account if you don't have the right strategy. So as this market come into this zone, I marked this zone and I send it to my VIP for them to take a trade from here. And I also marked this zone for them to set a trade at this zone, for them to take a trade from here. But my stop loss on this zone was very huge. In a normal day, I don't use such stop loss, but the reason why I used that stop loss was because that's why I sent that signal. And I myself, to take this trade, I would like to stay and wait till 1 minute before I take this trade. That is to say, once the market come into this zone, I'll move down to my 1 minute, and if I take this trade will give me 1:40 RR instead of 1:20 RR. This is me using just my 1 minute to take this trade. So, but since it was a signal, this trade is supposed to give them 1:30 or 1:35 RR. But because I did not wait for confirmation, I have to make sure that I bring my stop loss a bit low, because you know it's gold for it not to, because what gold does, once it comes to this zone, it will smash you out with a wick. Yes, it won't close, it will not close below, but a wick must step out and take you away before they go in your direction. So that is what gold normally does. So I gave them this signal with a high stop loss, but upon that high stop loss, we will still manage to make our 1:21, 1:20 RR, which I gave them. We managed to hit TP today. So you can see this market come into this zone right here, and it rallies back up. Since yesterday, this market has been rallies up. Though today we are expecting another entry from this very zone. We don't know what the market will do today. And if it is 5 p.m., we don't see any entry around this level, I'm going to tell the VIP for them to close out, because I've already sent a signal from this stage. from this very zone to them. So that was how we were able to cut 1:21 RR from this zone, which is what you see here. You can see me sending them this. My VIP channel, I just started because many people asked for signal group, so I have to start it. So you can see me sending them all this. This is what I send. So I don't normally trade AUD USD, but yesterday when I was scanning for signal, I have to take it and it happens to be a loss. So that was one loss and we make 21 RR from this trading. So if you want to be part of my VIP, you can contact me with a link which I will drop on the description below. If you want to trade the way I trade, the way I enter the market, if you want to know how I was able to enter this market, because it is not everything that we covers up here, because everything goes to paid mentorship. So if you want to join the way I trade and know the strategy which I am using to enter this trade, you can contact me through the link which I will drop on the description of this video. You can use that very link to reach me. So if you are new on this channel, do well to subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of this amazing channel. And let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. So this is what I said. Let me show it to you. And like I said, we don't trade Monday and Friday. We trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These 3 days, if we are not able to see a setup, that means we are not trading. And we trade 4 pairs, which is gold, US 30, German 40, and NAS 100. These are the 4 pairs we are scanning for. Because if you want to trade something like this, you have to scan for pairs. You have to scan. It's not that you are trading one. If you are trading one pair, you can just stick to one thing. But if you want to trade something that gives you a very high risk to reward, you have to scan pairs for you to see your setup. Any day that your setup doesn't appear on the chart, you stay off the chart. That's why at times as a trader, you have to have something for you to get busy at. Have another thing you are doing so that if you don't see setup, you will not feel so much bad that day. If you don't see setup that week, you won't feel so much bad. If you want to be a great trader, there are weeks that will come, you may not see setup. You know quite all right, if setup comes, you may really have 1:30 from that one setup. And you know that for that week you have done, you wait for another week. So this is how we trade on AkwaFx. So these are what we do when it comes to AkwaFx. So peace and love as I sign out. I remain AkwaFx. Peace. Make sure you subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Peace.